Yesterday, we broke records in all three reporting stations, or at least tied records. Fort Myers 97 tied the record back to 1987, and Punta Gorda and Naples both hit 98, setting new records. And the one in Punta Gorda only goes back a couple years ago to 2020. So very, very hot. And with the extreme humidity, we once again have heat advisories for Lee, Charlotte, DeSoto, and Sarasota counties. That's where we expect the heat index values to be around 110 degrees. But for Glades, Hendry, and Collier, we're under an excessive heat warning for the second straight day. That's because we expect the heat index values in these locations to be closer from 113 to 115 in the afternoon, and this runs until 7 o'clock. This is where it gets very dangerous outside. Now, you obviously know what to do. Water, shade, stay indoors if you can, but if you got to be outside, it's important to know the difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke, and you can see some of the differences. Heat exhaustion, you're faint, dizzy, and you have the excessive sweating, where heat stroke, you get the headache, you don't sweat, and your skin turns red hot and gets dry, and both cause some nausea. Now, the rapid strong pulse is something to watch out for heat stroke, and this is when you start to possibly lose consciousness. It's heat stroke that you got to get help. You got to call 911 if you start to get the cramps and you get faint and dizzy, and nobody knows your body better than you. Make sure you get to a cool place as fast as you can. Drink water, and of course take a cool shower or use some type of cold compress. Very important to know the difference here, especially if you have to be out in the heat today, and I know a lot of you do. Now, as far as how fast we'll get into the triple digits between 10 and 11 o'clock, those heat index values will climb around 104 to 105 and peaking later on this afternoon. And our only hope to see the temperatures drop will be the cloud cover and possibility of a shower. And this morning, we're seeing a few of those get close to Marco Island off the coastline so far. And as we move up the coast, a few very small showers between North Captiva, Boquilla, and Cayo Costa. This afternoon, we are anticipating the chance of a scattered shower, but it's not a lot, and most of it will be east there of I-75. Boy, do we need it. We're starting to approach a deficit of 11 inches. As far as relief from the extreme heat, we don't have it, as we're going to stay around 96 degrees to 97 all the way through the rest of the work week. The heat advisories and possibly the extreme heat warnings here will continue for the next couple of days. Showers and storms will become a little more likely as we get closer towards the weekend, Lauren.